Yesterday we traveled 2 hours south of Hanoi from the bustling city to the beautiful countryside of Vietnam. We arrived in Ninh Bình, which was a little more touristy than we expected, but for good reason, because this place is absolutely stunning. Now Ninh Bình is what they call the Halong Bay on land. So we are so excited to explore this area, and we are starting the day with this beautiful boat ride. Okay, we just arrived at Tam Kok Bik Dong. I hope I'm pronouncing that somewhat in the realm of closeness. And we are about to jump on a boat. It was 150,000 dong for the boat for 2 people, but you also have to pay 120,000 dong per person, which is a sightseeing fee. So just like an entrance fee to the park, I guess. Anyway, we're gonna go jump on a boat and check out the area of Ninh Bình. Let's go.
Hello, lady.
Hello. It's actually really funny on the sign. It's 150,000 per boat, and for foreigners you can only have 2 people, and for locals you can have 4, which I think is really funny because it's like the stereotype that Asians are so light and small and Westerners are so fat and heavy. So it's true. So we've been rowing for about 15 minutes and we've just driven past a cemetery, which was really beautiful. All of the headstones and things like that were stunning. And now we're just driving through this, rowing through these beautiful limestone cliffs. They're like either side of us, so close. It's so beautiful. And apparently they actually call this area of Ninh Bình Halong Bay of land, because
It makes sense.
yeah, because it's so similar to Halong Bay, but much more affordable than Halong Bay. Because Halong Bay cruises can get pretty pricey. This one was definitely much more affordable, and it's just so peaceful. This is the best way to start your day for sure. Okay, we are just about to enter a cave. Look at this.
Good, because the sun just came out, so it's a perfect time.
Yeah, it got really bright in there. Wow. Okay, before we came into the cave, it looked really dark because we were out in the sunlight, but now that we're in here, it's actually quite bright. Wow, look at that ceiling. Whenever you go into like a cave or anything like that, it always feels like an adventure, like you're in some mythical land, don't you think? Yeah.
You don't know what you expect on the other side.
Yeah.
It's like you're gonna traverse into a different universe.
Yeah, exactly.
The landscape's gonna change dramatically, and you're like, oh my god. Really shocked when we arrived in Ninh Bình yesterday because it was actually very touristy. There were a lot of other tourists around and just a lot of touristic restaurants and shops and things like that, which there's nothing wrong with that. We were just shocked because on every other video or blog that we've seen of this place, they make it seem so local. But now I kind of understand why. It's because when you come out here on the river, honestly there's not that much around and it feels really local. And so this is the aspect of your trip that you show, and you don't so much show the Tamcock town. But just be aware that there are a lot of other people here. This is not one of those places where you're gonna go and get a super local experience if you are staying in Tamcock town. Although, in saying that, Tamcock is pretty small and you can stay a little bit out of it and get that more local experience as well as come on these boats and things like that. So just be aware that's the way it is. It's not necessarily going to be the experience you think it is, but it's 100% worth it. So we've been rowing for about 45 minutes and we've made it to this kind of like ending area. The river seems to keep going a little bit along, but now we are gonna head back, which is totally fair because Anne has been rowing for 45 minutes and I'm sure she's starting to get a little bit tired. So now I think we're gonna do what Max wants to do, put down the camera and just enjoy the ride home. Hello. One of those boats had karaoke on it. We just made it back, and just to let you guys know, it was an amazing experience. We loved it. Right as we got back, Anne asked for a tip, which was fine. We were going to tip her anyway, so we gave her what we were going to tip her, and she asked for more, double what we had actually given her. And we tipped her like 35% of the total cost of the trip, which I think is a pretty generous tip.
Yeah, to ask for a tip is already a pretty hefty thing.
Yeah, like to ask for a tip, it's like, okay, well, we were gonna give you one anyway, so whatever. But then to ask for double what we had offered, a tip is a tip, you know, you give a tip because that's what you can afford to give extra. So kind of left a bad taste in our mouth, kind of takes away from the experience a little bit. It was amazing. Still 100% recommend doing it, but just be aware that that might happen at the end.
Yeah. Vietnamese coffee is super strong.
Oh yeah, just the way I like it.
It really gets you. Like, I actually didn't realize how strong it was until a few days ago. I actually felt sick because I was like, but it was from the coffee because we've been abusing it.
This one is strong too. It's good stuff. It's a beautiful little cafe. We got like a European looking out on the street kind of style. These cute little coffee cups. And we can't get enough of condensed milk.
And
so
condensed milk is delicious.
Alright, coffee was delicious by the way. They were 30,000 each, so 60,000 dong for both of those coffees. We definitely spent way too long there just relaxing because we spent about an hour there. But now we are going to go to Hang Mua Pi, which is supposed to be a pretty short but spectacular hike here. Okay. Okay, that was actually a very short ride out of town. It was only about 12 minutes.
Yeah, we just saw you and we got scared.
We were trying to think, okay, maybe we're gonna do the right thing and we'll have to come back, worst case scenario, but
Yeah.
We thought that they are wearing, you know, police cap and all. You know.
Yeah. Like the reviews say online for this hike, there are some people in that main street stopping you, telling you you have to park there. You don't have to. You can come right up to the end and park up here.
But it is cheaper to go straight. 10,000, 15,000. So don't get fooled by those guys.
So there is a big ticket office as well. It's 100,000 dong per person to go up and do this hike. So let's go find out if it's worth it. We'll pay so you don't have to in case it's not worth it. It's so interesting. I can't get over how touristy this place is after like how untouristy people make it look. Hello, thank you. Oh, you keep it? Okay, cool.
Thank
Come
you.
on.
Thank you, Lou.
Every video I've seen of this area of Vietnam, it looks so authentic and local, and like you're the only tourist here. But there is like this is a proper setup for tourists. I mean, it's beautiful nonetheless. It's beautiful nonetheless, but I've just been fooled. I've been fooled by other vloggers. So only the truth on our vlog.
Yeah.
We just started and I'm already exhausted.
It's hard to balance all the pillars of life, such as fitness, when you're full-time traveling. So you gotta take those moments of tourism and fitness at the same time, with a very great appreciation, because fulfilling two pillars right there.
Does that work out?
Look at that. He's literally just started climbing.
Whoa, it's not too hot of a hike, but it's very hot, so you definitely feel it. How are you feeling?
I love it.
He's just saying that for the camera. Before the camera, he complained. The thing you said about fitness, we have none. So we're only 9 minutes into this hike. We've made it to a viewing platform with a pretty incredible view already, like all around. But apparently if we keep going up, I don't think it's too much further. It is even prettier. But I mean, this is amazing in itself.
I concur.
Max, you always concur what I say. You want to add any of your own thoughts and opinions? Quick 4-minute rest break. Took some beautiful photos from that platform. Now it's time to get the rest of the way to the top. Holy Jesus, this is really steep. And the steps are huge, so it's actually quite a bit of hard work. But we're almost there. Also, once again, I'm doing this hike in my Birkenstocks. As you would know, I often do if you've watched our channel before. But it was fine because it was all stairs. Now, it's not as good. Okay, we made it to the top, to the dragon.
Guys, we
time up there.
took the hike for you, so appreciate it. Like this video because it is hot. It's stressful to fly a drone in the wind, in the mountain with all this thing, okay? So make sure you like this video because it is really beautiful, by the way.
Give us a thumbs up for those drone shots if they turn out good, because Max was very stressed with that, as he usually is when he flies the drone. But we're going to head back down now. I think it's time for lunch. It's almost 12 o'clock.
Food!
Nice fresh passion fruit juice after our long hike. So we stopped at Bami Hanoi for some lunch. It seems like pretty healthy food, which is good. We are down for a healthy meal, but they have cake as well for dessert, so maybe it'll be half healthy, half not. We are starving. 12:30. Look at this thing.
It is so jam-packed, filled with goodness. I added extra avocado. It was an extra 20,000 dong for avocado. So worth it. They give you so much, and an entire bowl of coriander. Okay, well my lunch was delicious. Max's was a little so-so, and altogether it came to 145,000 dong. We didn't get coffee and cake there because we saw them bring out a cake to somebody else and it looked really kind of average actually, and also the place was getting really busy. They needed tables, so we just thought we would move on, go get a coffee from somewhere else. Good morning. It's the next day now and we are just enjoying some breakfast at our hotel. So we're going to have a coffee, have some breakfast, and then we are planning on heading to Big Dong Pagoda. It's actually raining this morning, so we were gonna go like pretty early, but because it was very windy and raining, we kind of had a slow morning instead. But we figured it might be nice in the rain because there'll be less people, so we're gonna go check it out. That's where we're heading right now, to the Chua Big Dong, or the Big Dong Pagoda. As you can see, it's only a kilometer away, and we decided to walk because the scenery is actually amazing. And for the first time in our trip here in Vietnam, it is actually a nice temperature. It's not boiling hot.
It's time for me to go, burn all bridges, all I know.
It's very pretty. I like it.
Today is just perfect. Look at this. It's so beautiful. And we have just arrived. We're about to go in. It's free to enter the Big Dong Pagoda, but if you do drive here or ride here on a bicycle or a scooter, you will have to pay a small parking fee, I believe.
Now, you know there's 3 gates. Rumor has it that the king goes in the middle, the queen goes on the right, the soldiers goes on the left, and the peasants swim across. Which one is true, which one is false?
Everything is false. Max is a liar. Don't believe anything he tells you. But so far, really beautiful. There's a cute little bridge with this amazing gate that we get to walk through. And then you come in to the mountains, which is just really spectacular. According to the internet, this pagoda is supposed to be the most beautiful attraction here in Ninh Bình. So we'll go check it out. So far, it's pretty nice. It's really beautiful. But we'll go check it out and you can decide from yourself from the shots that we get whether you think it is better than the 2 things that we did yesterday. And also, it's meant to be one of the most spiritual temples here in Vietnam because of the location, because of all the cliffs and stuff like that. The caves around here. I feel like this is meant to be like a really spiritual area. It didn't really say why it's the most spiritual, but I think it's just where it's located in Vietnam with the scenery. Even though this is completely different scenery and architecture, I'm really getting the monastery vibes that we stayed at in Bulgaria. On that mountain.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Same kind of atmosphere, really peaceful, cool temperatures, beautiful architecture, but like completely different religions, but same vibes.
I did not expect this. It's like a temple carved in the cliff.
Yeah.
Really beautiful.
Really eerie. We're back behind in the cave behind the temple and it's kind of spooky, and then there's just this staircase that leads into the darkness. Like you can't see anything up there. It's super creepy. Oh, you're gonna go up there?
You need a light.
can hear all those bats flying around.
Oh my god.
There's so many. Okay, there's an opening over here with light.
This is not the wind, guys.
Yeah, no, that's the wind of the bat's wings. Okay, this is way less creepy. So that's what we just came from. Dark, cavernous, bat, nothing. And this is what we have arrived at. So much nicer. Oh my god. Beautiful here. Oh my gosh. So, I think that was just the second level. As far as I'm aware, this temple has 3 levels. So the first one that we entered in at, that one just there was the second one, and now we can keep going up until the 3rd one. But Max, we are gonna have to go back through the back gate.
I know. We made it to the 3rd plateau, next I can say.
It wasn't too much further, but stunning. You've got 2 big limestone cliffs either side. There is a lake down there, but the frangipani trees are blocking the view we just had now. But I mean, you can't be mad at some frangipanis. Well worth the exploration out here. I'm so glad we didn't let the weather fool us into thinking it was going to be a miserable rainy day, because actually it's been perfect. We got a little bit of rain earlier on, like Max said, but it added to the experience in this temple for some odd reason.
Get out of the world, guys. Get out of your comfort zone. This morning I was like, oh, it's rainy, maybe we can stay inside, find a coffee place, or extend our stay for one night, blah blah blah. Jacqueline was like, no guys, let's put our shoes, let's put our raincoat that we have never used, and let's get out there. And now look at this, you know, so get out there, guys. Go discover the world, even if it's uncomfortable, wet. Good thing.
But we are actually leaving Ninh today and heading to Sapa. So if you have not subscribed to our channel, please like this video and subscribe to our channel, because we have so many more Vietnam vlogs to come out. If you are planning on traveling here, let us do everything first so you can find out whether or not it's worth your holiday time that you have there. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
She almost stepped in a huge poop. Now, did you see this grip? I'll show it to you again. Fish muscle activated. All right.
Decathlon, if you want to sponsor us, there
God
you go.
damn it. Decathlon. How many times do we have to say it?
What is that, your cripple walk?
Got too many things in my pocket. Shoes.